Hi, everybody. Welcome to Saint Misbehavin', the podcast about saints from people who are not. I am your host, Matthew Shudorn, and I am joined, as always, by my chief researcher and my good friend, Danny's current girlfriend, Anna Domini.
Aww.
Anna, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I thought that was going to a wholesome place, and then you ruined it. I'm glad you like Danny, though.
Yeah, I do this so I can check in on Danny. How's Danny doing?
He's good. He's currently out at hockey. Also, thanks for your vote of confidence in our relationship there as well.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I also want to make it very clear if you break up.
Yeah, you're Team Danny.
Team Danny. Yeah. I'm going to stay with Danny on this one. So
Fair
I'm going to
enough.
have to cancel the podcast. And Danny and I will start that Deep Space Nine podcast we've been talking about. So.
Oh dear. Yeah, I'm all right. I've not been up to much today.
No.
Got up late. Started doing some research.
Oh, we started today. Wow.
Yeah, threw it together. No, I started earlier in the week, but
okay.
It was very cursory, and so it was more formal today.
That's okay. I do that often. I will kind of do some research throughout the week and get a vague outline and then write it up like the day before, or sometimes the day of that we record.
That has reminded me that my sister sent me her CV and asked me to look at it, and I was like, oh, I'll just read through and then I'll sleep on it, and then that might give me some ideas, and that was 3 days ago, and I realised I haven't got back to her.
All right, well, let's go through it now.
Get people to write in.
Yeah, guys, if you want to have some opinions on Anna's sister, is it Lucy or
Emily?
Emily's CV.
Lucy is Emily's twin, so
yeah,
good
please
guess.
write it. So basically the same thing, Emily or Lucy. They probably have the same CV. But yeah, just write in at saintmisbehavinpod@gmail.com. There is no N in behavin', but no, there's no G.
There's no. Oh Christ.
There's no G in behavin', but there is one in Gmail. There's no N in Gmail. But there is one in behavin'. You know what? Maybe I've overcomplicated that. I'll just
To be honest, I feel like this whole anecdote might not make it in, so we'll find another opportunity to ask people to write in as well.
Okay, but
Anna saves the day again. There are two N's in Anna.
And have you done anything particularly saintly recently, or had anything miraculous happen to you?
Well, my friend had a massive breakdown on an audio recording suite minutes ago, in which he attacked my ears, and yet I still agreed to come on his podcast and
I told
provide
you
all the content.
First off, because you don't have a camera, I didn't realize you were there, and so then I was doing some audio testing while I was waiting for you to arrive. So,
but
that is on you.
Admit the fact that there were in fact two of you in this test, so the volume was twice as loud as it would normally have been.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. That happened the other day with a different recording where for some reason there were two of me. I don't understand.
That's pretty miraculous in itself, duplicating yourself. It seems like quite a saintly power somehow.
I think is like the best option for me, because I am probably the best co-host for myself.
Oh wow, okay, fair enough. Well, if you would, like to experience the alternate universe in which I'm the main host, you should definitely listen to our Patreon. There you go.
Oh yeah.
I got a plug in there.
Yeah, check us out. Saint Misbehavin' at Patreon. We do a show called Ain't Mythbehavin', where I tell Anna about legends and mythology from the ancient past, or sometimes from the ancient present. So that's a teaser for the next one, for the October episode.
I have no idea what's going on in that one, so
yeah. Well, we haven't recorded yet, but
well, that's lucky. If I had no idea what's going on and we had recorded it, that would have been a damning indictment on your research, I'd say. But no, I went to Cornwall the other week. And
the Riviera of England.
Well, we went to this place called St Michael's Mount, which is like you get a boat over and then you climb this hill and go in this monastery, and then while you're there the tide goes out and you can walk back. So that was kind of not miraculous, because that's just how tides work, I guess, but it was kind of saint adjacent, I guess.
So the one time I've seen it, it was right as the road was about to flood, because the tide was coming in, so I didn't have a chance to kind of run over there, and I didn't know what was going on. I was confused. This is how I vacation, is like Alice tells me to go places and I just wake up somewhere confused, and then I'm like, what's here? And anyways,
the road is disappearing before my eyes.
Get off the road! Get off the road! There were actually people like halfway down the road, and I was like, these guys got to pick it up.
They're gonna get wet feet.
They did. I find St. Michael's Mount to be really funny because in France, there is the exact same place but bigger called Mont Saint Michel.
Which is French for St. Michael's Mount.
Which is French for the same thing. And I was just like, wait, I was like, is this like a common thing? They're like, every time we're going to build a church on a rock in the middle of the water that sometimes has a floodplain that breaks, that disrupts the road. Like
you have to call it St. Michael's Mount. Yeah.
Yeah. Or is one copying the other? Or is it, the English like, well, show you, you dirty Frenchmen. We'll make our own St. Michael's Mount.
Which is smaller.
It's a much more compact St. Michael's Mount. Yeah, they're not. It's like, hey, we don't need the big St. Michael's Mount. We are not trying to show off here. Is it nice there though? I want to go back and
yeah, it was nice. That was probably the warmest day of the holiday, so that was nice. Good views back over Cornwall and in particular Penzance, which I'd say looks better from a distance than than close up. I'm a snob.
Sure.
But yeah, so it was quite nice. Very beautiful day. It's also because Cornwall is like so far south. They've got kind of microclimate where they have like quite tropical plants growing just sort of naturally, or not naturally, but they survive in like these ornamental gardens around the castle. So nice. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, that sounds nice. Yeah, a nice little vacation,
Yeah.
Cornwall's always a nice little vacation spot, if you're into that.
Please, Cornwall, sponsor our podcast.
Yeah, Cornwall, come on.
I take it back about Penzance.
Yeah.
I had quite a few Cornish pasties, which were delicious.
Ah, nice. Official Cornish pasties.
Yeah, they taste different in Cornwall, like how Guinness tastes different in Ireland.
Does it?
But apparently.
They say.
I'm skeptical about this. Whereas like with Cornish pasties, it's like, yes, the cow in this was probably from, a few miles up the road.
The cow that made this is just like over that fence. I can see him from here.
How about you? Have you done anything?
Well, I didn't do anything particularly all that saintly or anything miraculous. But I did manage to spread some gospel last night. That was very exciting.
Did not realize you were into that.
Yeah, I spread the gospel. Yeah, I was evangelizing about the Criterion Collection, which, for those of you who don't know, I think Anna knows.
I don't know if I do know.
The Criterion Collection is a curated collection of DVDs and Blu-rays from America, and I have over 400 of them.
Right.
And last night I got to go on a very fun podcast called The Dork Forest with Jackie Cation, and I got to talk about my obsession with Criterion Collection DVDs and why I love them and why I've devoted so much of my life and rooms in my house to collecting so many DVDs, So yeah, that was fun. I just had it was just really fun. It was fun to get invited on another podcast and to do it. Well, I invited myself.
You wrote it.
More of a Zoom bomb. Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah, okay. So they just started recording and somehow you found the login details and just I have something to say.
Exactly. Yes. No, she does this. So the Dork Forest, the premise is she talks to somebody about their dorkdom, the thing they're obsessed with.
Okay.
And I was like, I have this obsession. Maybe you'd want to talk to me. And she's like, yes, I would. And we had a fun time.
Nice.
So Jackie was on my other podcast 6 months later.
That's the title of the podcast, not time traveling right now.
Yeah. So she's a very good comedian from the United States.
I've heard they have a few of those.
They have a couple
over there.
They had one less when I moved here.
Hey, I was about to say present company excluded, but
anyways, Anna.
Yes.
Enough about this nonsense. Anna, today is Sunday the 10th of October 2021. Who is today's saint?
Well, today's saint is actually from the 15th of October 2021. So we're going
bit of a preview.
Yeah. So you can get your saintly celebrations ready for Teresa of Ávila.
Woo!
You heard of her?
Teresa of Ávila. It's just a nice house Teresa. It's not too fancy. It's always inexpensive. You get a Teresa, house Teresa. That's what I always go when I go to a restaurant. I'm like, can I get a bit of the house Teresa? Because I'm just like, I'm not too fancy about Teresas. I just want something nice that goes with dinner. So yeah.
Sure. Mm-hmm. So Ávila is a place in Spain. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I think it might be Ávila, but
Ávila. Oh, yeah. Well then that whole joke is all ruined. Thank you for nothing, Anna.
You're welcome. I thought I'd just let you carry on with it because I was amused.
Thank you.
But
so wait, so this is so she's a Spanish saint?
Yes. Although Spanish is not spelt with a Z at the beginning, so that joke didn't work. They only do, I swear it's Z's and C's that they do that pronunciation.
Oh, well, never mind then.
So you were just being offensive.
Well, that's usually how this goes.
So, yes, she is indeed Spanish. Wait, did I say that already? Yeah. No, we
said
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Teresa Sanchez de Cepeda y Ahumada was
I'm
born...
sorry, can I get that again?
I thought that was pretty good.
I did too. That's why I wanted to appreciate it a second time.
Okay. Teresa Sanchez de Cepeda y Ahumada
Nice.
was born in 1515 in Ávila, Spain.
Okay.
Or Ávila, Spain. For you, just there.
Avila. Is it just one L or two?
One.
Oh, then it's probably Avila. Yeah.
Yeah. Her father...
Her daddy-o.
Her father, Alonso Sanchez de Cepeda, was a successful wool merchant and one of the wealthiest men in Ávila.
Yeah,
so making it rain with sheep.
With wool, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like cotton. Wait, that's the opposite of wool. I don't know. You know when they first discovered cotton, when Europeans first discovered cotton, which I think is from South America or somewhere in the Americas it comes from, they called it a vegetable lamb because they didn't understand. They were like, why is wool grow on a plant?
Yeah.
It's madness.
And then they tried to eat it. They were like, this isn't delicious.
They tried to fuck it. You know Europeans.
Christ. That was actually where Alonso made most of the money, was pimping out the sheep rather than the wool.
That's a terrible
You went there first.
Yeah, but you're the one. I just feel like that was more offensive to the Spanish people than anything I had said before.
What? I wasn't casting aspersions about the Spanish people, just this guy.
Who's he pimping out? Anyways. So he's got the wool market on lock. Mm-hmm. He's a rich old dude. So this is another privileged saint.
Yeah,
we're saying.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's all right. Can't win them all.
Yeah, but to be fair, checked her privilege, as you'll see.
That's good.
Guess. So he bought a knighthood. Just for himself.
I guess that's how you want to do it. I guess like you could contribute to society and perhaps be a great artist or you could just pay for it. You just buy those things.
For sure.
I think, what has he done, like Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber or...
Well, to be fair, I'm fairly sure that a lot of current, recipients of honours in this country in particular do just make a donation to the Tory party.
Probably, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think that's, it's nothing new as of the 16th century, at least. Her mother was Beatriz de Ahumada y Cuevas, and she was a dedicated Christian, and so brought Teresa up in the same way.
That's nice.
Surprising.
Yeah.
Fascinated by accounts of the lives of the saints, Teresa's hobbies
just like us. Does she have a podcast?
My research didn't find a podcast from her, but that would have been pretty miraculous for the 16th century,
and by podcast, she just went up in a tower and yelled across the countryside about saints to her idiot friend who made jokes.
I'm glad you're self-identifying as the idiot here.
Yeah.
She went up into the tower and just went, don't.
You know what? I apologize for that. Can't keep bringing it up.
Well, I will. Also, as someone who's been very ill recently, telling me to stop bringing it up is quite offensive.
Sorry.
So, yeah, fascinated by accounts of the lives of the saints. Mm-hmm. Teresa's hobbies when she was growing up, included playing hermit in the garden.
Oh, that's sad. What is that? Do you just dig a hole in the garden and just, I don't know,
not talk to anybody?
Not talk to anybody. You strip down to just a loincloth and you're just I'm a hermit.
Yeah, refuse food.
I feel put dirt in my hair.
Yeah, on first reading it's that's adorable, and then it's hang on, if she was refusing food and talking to someone, that's not a kid playing hermit. That's just a troubled child.
Yeah. Often, actually, it sounds like playing hermit is just a nice way of saying that she didn't have any friends.
Yeah. Jesus is my friend.
Why aren't you playing with friends? I'm playing hermit, Mom. They wouldn't. You can't play with friends, you see. That's why.
It ruins it if you do that. Yeah. So she was also enamoured of popular fiction, which at the time consisted primarily of medieval tales of knighthood. So,
Ooh.
Family connection there, I guess. And
Chivalry.
Works about fashion, gardens and flowers. So, she's diversifying. Hermit by day, enjoying enjoying clothes and flowers by night, maybe.
Right.
I
She's
don't know.
reading stories of bold knights and also like fashion magazines. Is she very fashionable?
Well, her loincloth was like state of the art, you know.
Oh, yes. So.
Straight off the runway at Milan. I don't know. So when she was 7 years old, she convinced her older brother Rodrigo that they should, and I quote, go off to the land of the Moors, i.e. the Spanish Muslims, I want to say.
Yeah.
Moors?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So she can convince her older brother that they should go off to the land of the Moors and beg them out of love of God to cut off our heads.
What?
You heard.
Wait a minute. Okay, so she's like, she goes to her older brother.
Yeah.
Right. Who is he? A lot older than her, or do you know?
I'm not sure. He was.
Okay.
I think he was from the dad's first marriage.
Oh, okay.
So he'd been remarried. So maybe a few years older.
Okay.
But I couldn't find any info.
But so her plan is like, let's go find some Moors
Yeah.
and ask them to chop off our head because
Yeah.
we love God so much.
Yeah. Basically.
Okay. Like, step one is insane. And step two
I
is
think
an
there
obvious
might
cry
have
for
been
help.
like a religious war going on at the time, or like they were, invading.
Maybe.
Yeah, like making progress in them battles.
Right.
So yeah, in another account I read, it's just described as like she wanted to become a martyr for basically for God at that age, which is again very
Upsetting.
normal for a 7-year-old. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. You're like, boy, it'd be great if I could just die right now. Like,
Yeah.
As a
In a really
7-year-old.
grisly way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even like die, but if I could have my like head severed from my body by my religious
I mean,
enemies,
it said she
boy,
was-
that would be the best.
It said she was inspired by the saints, so didn't we covered a saint whose head came off, right?
Yeah, but
And
she wasn't asking
pretty
for it.
Well, I mean, she was dressed very beautifully. That was an interpretation of asking for it. There,
Yeah.
Which
But
I would
like,
like to clarify was satirical.
yeah. But I don't know. I feel like if you're setting out to be martyred, I feel like you're taking the wrong lessons from the lives of the saints.
Yes, yeah.
Anyways.
Definitely getting the wrong end of the stick. Luckily, though, you'll be pleased to hear, they didn't get martyred. They got as
good.
far as the road out of the city.
Wait. He was okay with the running away part?
Yeah, he was like, sounds good. There's no good TV on right now.
It's
Let's
like,
do it.
You know what? I'm thinking through this plan, and I see no downside. Yeah, let's go. Fuck it. Yeah.
There wasn't much going on in Ávila at the time, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody walking around with their own heads on, lame.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna be like, well, he was like, let's not do that. But he was just like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I'm ready to go to hell tonight. I mean, heaven.
Heaven.
I'm ready to go to heaven tonight, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, but so they did. Well, when I said that sentence, I said she convinced her older brother, right? So
Right.
he was already on board.
Yeah, I suppose
I had precluded that with the conclusion, really. Anyway, they got as far as the road out of the city before an uncle found them and brought them back home. So they didn't try again, which is good.
They were like, well, wait, Uncle, wait. You haven't heard the best part of the plan. We're not just running away. We're not idiots.
we're gonna be martyrs.
We're going to be martyrs. Come on. You want to come with? I would love it if she was like, they ran into an uncle and they were like, here's our plan. And the uncle's like, fuck yeah, I'm into this.
I'm on board.
You know what? You make
We'll get your
Bell and K
cousins.
7-year-old.
Oh dear. So that was a fun episode from her childhood that I think, illustrates a lot of good normal traits, right?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
So when Teresa was 11 years old, or in other accounts 14, her mother died, leaving her grief-stricken.
Yeah. that
This
happens.
prompted,
the grief-strickenness is like that's like normal response.
Yeah, a healthy reaction rather than like, I guess I'm just going to play hermit even more now.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's how she expressed her grief, is just hermiting in the backyard. It's such a funny thing. It's like when kids go and camp in the backyard. It's like,
Yeah.
not really, you're not, okay, whatever. It's adorable, whatever.
But add
Yes,
a
you're
twist
camping.
of, being a monk. Well, yeah, it's funny you should say that, because the loss of her mother prompted her to embrace a deeper devotion to the Virgin Mary as her spiritual mother.
I see.
So there
now
you
that
go.
she has that lousy biological mother out
Yeah.
of the way, she's
Yeah.
like, all right, now it's time to really focus on
Her true calling.
Yeah.
She was sent away to a school run by Augustinian nuns.
Okay.
But but became quite severely ill and returned home after just 18 months, and which seems a long-term time. Like, normally, from what I understand of boarding school, like, you do get to come home occasionally.
Yeah, well, I think it's like
months.
a convent. They're just like, you go to the convent and then you're just in the convent. Like, that seems to be like, I think that's my impression of convents. I mean, they might have like a school year, which is kind of fun to think about, that there's like a summer period where just a bunch of nuns are running out of the building, like throwing their habits up in the air, like summer vacation.
Have you not seen the Nuns Having Fun calendar?
No.
Oh my god, you're missing out. It's just photos of nuns like on their day off or whatever. They're still wearing habits, but like enjoying fun fairs and stuff.
That sounds great.
I'll get you one for Christmas, maybe. I've ruined it now, so I won't. But you know, I would have done. You know it.
Well, I'll forget by then. Well, okay. I have it recorded, so
there is audio evidence. So she returned home and was homeschooled from then on.
Oh, okay.
After completing her education, she initially resisted the idea of a religious vocation.
Really? The kid who played hermit when she was 7?
Yeah, she's like, actually, I want to give this some thought.
I don't know. I don't want it as a job. I mean, like, if I could go somewhere and just get my head fucking lopped off, like, that's something. But, like, as a career, no thank you.
9 to 5, that's a lot of commitment. Whereas just, death, that's momentary. Right?
You don't want to turn what you love into a job, It's nice to just have those things that you love.
Is that why you don't pay me for this?
Exactly. It's a favor to you, frankly.
You are, anyway.
Generous as always. Thank you. That's so true. Hey, what else would I do for my very good friend Danny's current girlfriend?
You're on thin ice here, pal. So, but after staying with her uncle and some other relatives that are unnamed, she relented.
Wait, so they were like pressuring her to go into the religious...
Well, so I read somewhere that her uncle like gave her some books, including the writings of Saint Jerome, and that changed her mind.
Oh, okay.
So, I guess like...
Are they going to be... Or it's like she was just with her uncle's family and she's like, you know what? I need to get away from these people. We're going to go a convent? Fuck it. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's do this.
Well, it's interesting you should say that, because in another thing that I read, her parents were actually like very unhappily married, and she was kind of caught in the middle. And then at like 18, her choices were marry or go into the church. So she decided that she wanted to go into the church to avoid marriage.
I see.
So there's conflicting, but I think she seems like it was her kind of career choice.
It seemed like she's been into this for a long time. It feels like she has been like working at this since she was very young.
Yeah.
Like, people become professional athletes. Like, she's putting
she's
in
like
the
the child
hours.
prodigy of none.
Yeah. But also, I hate so much, like, it was like, I feel like a lot of these stories are like, and then she went into the church because she just didn't want to fucking get married. And it's just like,
those are the only options. Yeah.
It's like, it's like, she's like, I just don't want to get married because I've seen marriage is terrible and I don't really believe in the institution or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, then fucking get in this gray building and sit in a small room and think about God for the rest of your life. That's your only other option.
Jesus. Yeah. But apparently, so again, like, there are conflicting accounts. So according to one account, her dad didn't want her to become a nun. And in another, he was just disappointed by the convent that she chose because it was too easygoing. So
too easygoing.
Yeah. I feel like that's like very high standards from her dad. It's like, this convent that you're joining is not strict enough.
Wait, are they not gonna whip you for even the slightest infractions? Oh no,
this is bullshit.
No daughter of mine is going to this. What is this? 2 types of gruel, one that is slightly sweetened with beets. That is like a vacation. What the hell is this place?
If you're going to avoid marriage, you better do it in the most strict of convents.
Yeah, the most depressing, hardcore way possible.
Yeah. So, but anyway, in the end, she arrived at the easygoing Carmelite Convent of the Incarnation.
Well, it was easygoing. It's got caramel right in the title. It's a sweet treat.
Exactly. That's what they put in the gruel.
Yeah.
So she took up religious reading about contemplative prayer, and her zeal for mortification caused her to become ill again. Sad.
Man, people I guess, I don't know. The people who are into mortification seem to be really into mortification. I think that's, I don't know. But I think this is like,
very dedicated.
The thing that, like, there are, nowadays people just have kinks, and before you had to like be like, no, it's for God.
For God. Yeah.
I'm doing this for God. I said I'm not. Ugh. Why would I want to? I don't want to do this. I'm not enjoying this. I don't enjoy the sweet feel of the lash on my back. Oh God.
Oh my God.
What? No, it's for God. It's for God.
See, that wasn't so creepy because I can see you. Whereas for people listening to this podcast, they're going to be like, this is just a weird man breathing into my headphones now. What am I listening to?
Please.
This is very upsetting.
Rate, review, subscribe.
Of all the heavy breathing podcasts I listen to, this one is definitely the most informative.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Most of the talks about saints, but every once in a while it gets real nice and creepy. So you don't want to stick around for those moments. 5 stars.
We have something for everyone, apart from religious people.
Yeah, we have something for some very specific people, I think.
Audiences, yeah.
But you guys are great. We love you.
Yes. Please write in.
Yes.
Yeah, if you like the heavy mouth breathing, let us know at saintmisbehavinpod@gmail.com. There is no G in behavin, but there is in Gmail.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you for weeks of practice, or weeks of watching you do it wrong.
Wow, hurtful.
Yeah. So after this latest illness, she spent almost a year in bed, which I think is the only appropriate response to being ill.
Yeah, I mean that seems like the only appropriate response to everything. Frankly, I'm like, what a great option.
Well, also, if I can't get my head cut off and be at rest forever, I may as well just be in bed for a year.
Yeah. Does this count as martyrdom? I'm kind of dead.
Certainly dead inside.
I'm eating a lot more caramel than a dead person would. I mean, I guess this is a pretty easygoing convent if they're just like letting her lay in bed for a year.
So. Well, no, apparently it caused huge worry in the community and to her family.
In the community? Just not even just in the convent? Like, it's the talk of the town.
Yeah. Well, I guess like the convent was probably kind of at the centre of the community.
Probably.
So she nearly died at this point, but recovered and attributed this to the miraculous intercession of St. Joseph.
Oh.
Of course. It
Why that
was
guy
not medicine. It doesn't say. Let's move on.
Again, this is a real fuck you to the doctor.
Yes, yeah. So, but at this time, she began to experience bouts of religious ecstasy.
Ooh.
So what you were saying earlier about kinks was very foreshadowing there.
Should I get in some heavy breathing in here?
Oh, God. Just save it for a bit later.
Okay,
it'll be worth it, I promise.
All right, well, that's fine.
So she began reading writings from medieval mystics, which consisted of guides to the examination of conscience and spiritual exercises in inner contemplation, and reported that during her illness she'd progressed from the lowest stage of recollection, I guess, of God, to the devotions of silence, because she was asleep the whole time, presumably,
right.
and then to the devotions of ecstasy, which was one of perceived, quote, perfect union with God.
Okay.
So I think she had some sexy dreams, is what we're...
Okay, so yeah, it sounds like, so she was doing a lot of like meditation. It sounds almost like she's doing like guided meditation because it's like contemplative. What was it called? Contemplative prayer?
The original meditation app was reading these books.
That's the thing. Well, like I knew somebody who they said, when they were a kid, if they ever stayed home from school, their mom would make them just lay in bed and not, you know how when you were sick from school, you usually just laid on the couch and watched TV and it was kind of, whatever, getting like her mom was just like, you have to lay in bed. You're sick. You cannot do anything. You can't read anything. You can't watch any TV. You just have to lay in bed. This is just an example of the many ways that she was abused by her parents. Anyways, by her mom in particular. But she said...
It's a heartwarming tale so far.
It's a beautiful tale. And how a young girl who was abused by her mother and later made her maybe not a great girlfriend to certain people. Anyways, so said she actually started to figure out how to do guided dreaming. Or no, what's it called?
Oh, wow. So, like, she had no entertainment. So she just, like, made up her own subconscious entertainment. Lucid dreaming, is
Lucid dreaming, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, she'd figured out how to do lucid dreaming because she was just laying in bed. And so,
how often was she off school sick? Because, like, I've heard that takes a lot of practice.
I don't know. Maybe this was a thing that happened commonly where she was forced to just lay in bed by her mother, who, again, was quite abusive. Yeah. So, but she turned lemons into lemonade.
I think... I hate dreaming because when I go to bed, I'm so tired. And when I wake up, I'm so tired. And I don't like the idea of, like, doing anything in my sleep. Like, I just want to be unconscious. And, like, if I wake up and I've been dreaming, dreaming, I feel even more tired because it's like I've been awake and like having to concentrate. So lucid dreaming, I would have no time for. I'd be like, no, stop demanding my time and my attention. I want to just be unconscious, please.
You're like, oh, not only is it dreams, it's dreams I gotta direct myself. Fuck that
so
noise.
much effort. Just leave me alone.
Ugh. I feel like I would kind of like that because most of the dreams I have are like stress dreams.
Oh, okay. So
if
you were able to be more in control, that'd be helpful.
Maybe that'd be helpful, yeah. Because it's
I don't know though, because in life, like we are more in control, and then there's still a lot of stress. So I feel like when I'm asleep, I just don't want to be thinking about anything.
You just want to be floating down a river in a raft. You're just kind of lazy there.
Not even that. Just want to close my eyes and then wake up the next morning feeling refreshed, and it never happens. I'm just cranky because I'm tired.
No, I guess so.
Yeah,
jeez.
literally. Anyway, we have gone off topic a little bit. Yeah, during this final stage of these, I guess, like spiritual journey, she said she frequently experienced the rich blessing of tears, which again, no further explanation of that. But it sounds like she's having a wet dream somehow.
Oh, you know what? I was afraid you were going to go there. I have tears, but in my pants? I don't understand. Yeah, so she's just like, I thought about God so much that I cried, and it was wonderful.
My vagina
right,
cried,
kind of thing.
yeah.
But, I didn't, we need to pick a tone with this podcast, and I do not know what it is right now.
There's so many tones, that's the fun. It's like a pick and mix. It really is.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. So during this time, the Catholic distinction between mortal and venial sin became more clear to her, and she came to understand the awful horror of sin and the inherent nature of original sin. Mm-hmm. So she became more conscious of her own natural impotence in confronting sin and the need for absolute surrender to God.
Okay. So it turned out like, oh, those things I was doing were mortal sins. Hmm?
Yeah.
Oh no. Better focus more on God here.
Yeah, totally. Around the same time, she received a copy of the full Spanish translation of Saint Augustine's autobiographical work, The Confessions, where you may know that he was very obsessed with being a sinner himself. Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's just the thing to straighten you out.
Yeah. This will cheer me up.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it Saint Augustine who's like, the reason we have original sin is because your parents had to have sex to make you. Yeah. And that is a sinful act in and of itself, regardless of context.
Yeah, so you're tainted,
So that guy had a real healthy attitude towards a lot of things, that St. Augustine.
Yeah, this helped her resolve and apparently helped her deal with her own bouts of religious scruples. So you may remember scruples from a previous lady saint that we studied.
No.
It's like a kind of...
I do remember this.
Yeah, like extreme obsession with your own like sinfulness, I think. Yeah. So, I don't see how... Maybe it was like, oh, well, I seem to be very obsessed with my problems, but this guy has it even worse. So that puts things in perspective.
I think that they didn't have the term neurotic then. And I think that this is what the term scruples has been replaced with. Yeah.
But apparently this book helped her realize that holiness was possible, and she found it comforting that such a great saint was once a sinner as well. So she was a big fan of Saint Augustine. So I think she saw herself in him.
I think we prove that holiness is possible as well, just by our good example, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So she became a bit of a Saint Augustine stan, I guess. Yeah. And...
They call those an augie doggy.
Thank you. Around 1556, friends, quote, suggested...
She made some friends now?
Yeah, she's not playing hermit anymore. She's got real non-friends.
That's the real headline here, is that she made some friends.
They suggested that her newfound knowledge could be of diabolical and not divine origin. They don't sound like very good friends.
No.
They're basically gaslighting her, being like, all these realizations you're having, I think you're crazy.
Why? What was their reason for thinking that these were diabolical?
Funny, you should ask.
Revelations rather than just like normal normal, like normal thoughts about God? I don't know.
That's a very astute question, Matthew, because
Thank
the
you.
next sentence I was about to read says, she had begun to inflict mortifications of the flesh upon herself.
Ah, okay.
That'll be it.
So this is less of them being like, theologically, we think maybe you're off base, than it's like, this is just an intervention. They're like, you are
literally
whipping yourself too much. Remember that time you spent
Everything
a year
in moderation.
in bed? Yeah, exactly.
But her confessor, the Jesuit Francis Borgia, reassured her of the divine inspiration of her thoughts. So, he says it's fine. So, probably okay still.
It's like,
right?
They are just haters, girl. You do you, all right? And by doing you, I mean whipping yourself.
Yeah, great guy to have on side, I think.
I know, right? It's nice to have supportive friends that are always there, to really, build
Egg
you up.
you on. Yeah.
Egg you on in your self-harm.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So, then 3 years later, on St. Peter's Day in 1559, Teresa became firmly convinced that Jesus Christ had presented himself to her in bodily form.
On St. Peter's Day?
Yeah.
I get it. I see what you're saying. Wink.
Bodily form, though invisible. So...
Or it could have been a
difficult to
strong
prove.
breeze. We're not sure. It's one or the other.
But she started having visions that lasted almost uninterruptedly for more than 2 years.
I'm sorry, she's having invisible visions?
Yeah.
So you see where...
Just thinking stuff, I guess.
You're just like, that's the saddest hallucination I've ever heard of. Like, you're hallucinating, but your brain isn't even like good enough to make up an actual image. It's just...
sad.
I know, right? Get crazier, girl.
Okay, well, how's this then? In another vision, a seraph drove the fiery point of a golden lance repeatedly through her heart, causing an ineffable spiritual and bodily pain. Is that better? You happy? You happy now?
Okay. No,
so
I
will...
hot flaming lance stabbed into her body. These are getting... How, is it? It's not me, right? It's not me.
Well,
they're getting
Matthew,
more erotic, right?
Matthew, I think you're being very out of line here, because this is how she explains it. It's perfectly innocent explanation.
Okay,
from her
I'm sorry. Maybe
autobiography.
it's my modern sensibilities, which have been ruined by years of television and all the
television,
MTV.
advertising, video games, and chewing gum.
Yeah, it's all this worldly stuff that has made me think too many impure thoughts, and that's on me. I'm sorry. What is her totally reasonable explanation for this?
Okay, she said of this experience, I saw in his hand a long spear of gold, and at the point there seemed... Stop it. There seemed to be a little fire. I've added in, that wasn't written down.
Okay.
He appeared to me to be thrusting it at times into my heart and to pierce my very entrails. When he drew it out, he seemed to draw them out also, Jesus, and to leave me all on fire with a great love of God.
So
the pain... Hang on, I'm not finished. Which is what the seraph said. The pain was so great that it made me moan, and yet so surpassing with the sweetness of this excessive pain that I would not wish to be rid of it.
Okay.
So does that clarify things for you?
Totally. I feel like I'm a jerk now. He just came in with a lance, with a little bit of
flaming
fire.
lance.
With a little bit of fire coming out the end.
Yeah.
Thrusted it into her and then
Multiple
sprayed
times.
fire all over her body. In a way that hurt a little bit, but she was into. I get it. This is totally innocent. I apologize.
Totally. Yeah. So shame on you. So the memory of this episode served as an inspiration.
The memory of this episode is going to haunt me for a while.
And all our listeners.
Yeah.
The memory of this episode served as an inspiration throughout the rest of her life. Have you ever had an orgasm so good, Matthew, that it's shaped everything you've subsequently done? I mean, I guess the one where you made Tavish.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That would have been a profound one.
It wasn't, I don't know if it was that good, but it certainly had repercussions.
Oh, wow.
But yes, I have had that kind of orgasm, and I would like to tell you about it now in
God, please
excruciating
don't.
detail.
No.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that off mic then.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I've just found out that as soon as we finish recording, I have an urgent appointment.
I just found out that as soon as we're done recording, I have to go puncture my eardrums. Sorry.
Hey, you already did that earlier with your singing.
Hey, I said I was sorry, and I feel like you shouldn't bring it up anymore.
Oh dear. So, yes, it motivated her lifelong imitation of the suffering of Jesus, epitomized in the adage often associated with her, where she would say, Lord, either let me suffer or let me die. Good things to want.
And the Lord was like, I don't know. Why don't you just have a nice day? Hey, you know what I made? Like fruit and stuff. Why don't you enjoy some of that? That's great. I don't know.
Only pain.
Hey, you know what's good? Bread. Just have some food. I don't know. Like, enjoy a sunset. Quit bugging me.
Well, she did not heed that advice. She did become a bit of a celebrity in her town, dispensing wisdom from behind the convent grill.
Oh, nice.
And was also...
Was the convent grill the restaurant on site? The convent grill. It was really good. You got...
Communion wafers taste so much better when they're toasted. I don't know.
Well, they put like a little bit of truffle oil on them, and it was really nice, and then just like a little Parmesan, and you just like,
that does sound good. Surely in Spain it would have been manchego, though.
I mean, this is some good body of Christ.
Yeah. So I guess just another way for the body of Christ to be in her. But she became known for her raptures, which sometimes involved levitation. And it was a source of embarrassment for her, the levitation, and she would bid her nun colleagues to hold her down when this occurred.
It's like, am I levitating again?
Again? For God's sake.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm levitating again.
Hold me down, guys, hold me down. It's happening again. Just please, everyone act like I'm not floating, please.
I had so much to do today and I'm levitating.
Do you think it was like related to her diet? Like if you have some gassy food, it just makes you.
What do you think she's eating?
Raise off the floor.
I think.
Well, maybe you shouldn't grill communion wafers after all.
Maybe. I think if it had anything to do with her diet, they wouldn't just mention the levitating; they would mention the smell as well.
I don't know. I feel like in this account of saints, they probably would have omitted that detail out of reverence. I know reverence is not a concept that we're very familiar with.
No, maybe not. I don't know. I just feel like if you're gassy enough that you're levitating, like people also be like, and then difficult to be around when she was.
She's like, hold me down. It's like, we don't want to be near you. The smell is so bad. But also, if it was the food, then presumably everyone else would be levitating as well.
Fair. You raise a valid point, so we can discount that theory. That theory is just So I guess it is a miracle. No, we had one thought, but now Occam's razor says
must be a miracle. But the fact that she recorded a lot of these episodes actually meant that she because she wrote quite a few detailed memoirs and biographies and stuff, and it actually provided a rare example of a fairly complete medical record from the 16th century. So she's sort of indirectly contributed to the history of medicine.
Wait. So she's just like, I whipped myself today and I lost 3 pints of blood and I was quite woozy. And people later on were like, okay, 3 pints of blood is the limit you can lose before you lose consciousness.
Or, being in bed for a year, what that sort of consisted of. But so medical historians, I guess, have examined this, her biographies as a medical record. And it's led to the speculative conclusion that she may have been suffering from temporal lobe epilepsy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And then erotic historians have also
paid very close attention.
They've read that quite a few times. They're like,
I feel like that quote, we could make that into a nice piece of wall art and sell it.
What?
We could make it into a nice piece of wall art.
Oh.
Like a poster.
Wait, what quote?
For the Saint Misbehaving podcast. I saw in his hand a long spear of gold.
Oh, yeah.
That whole one.
Oh, I see.
I think people would buy that.
Yeah, maybe.
Comment if you would buy that. Over time, Teresa found herself increasingly at odds with the spiritual malaise prevailing in her convent. Because remember, it was the laid-back convent. And she does not sound laid back anymore. Yeah. So among the 150 nuns living there, the observance of practices designed to protect and strengthen spiritual prayer became so lax that they appeared to lose their purpose. Many women who had no place else to go wound up at the convent, whether they had vocations or not.
Right, I was going to say, it's just like, she's like, why aren't we constantly praying and beating ourselves and supplicating ourselves to God? And they're like, hey, girlie, wait, I'm sorry, did you not get the scam here? Which is that we hang out here and there's no men and it doesn't suck. Outside. You get that outside, every woman who has an interaction with a man, it sucks because it is the 16th century. But we hang out in here and we don't fucking bother each other all the time. All right? That is what's happening. Did you not get that? I'm sorry. Nobody explained that to you on day one. But, we're kind of into God, but mostly we're kind of into just like living our own lives.
Living our lives, yeah.
And not being bothered by dudes all the time.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's interesting you should say that, because one of the problems that she had with this was that there was a steady stream of visitors to the convent that included young men on occasion.
Oh.
And the women who were there because they didn't have any better place to go were often encouraged to go on vacation from the convent for long periods of time to cut down on expenses. And apparently at this convent, nuns would arrange their veils attractively and wear jewellery. So it was pretty corrupt. A den of sin.
So young men would come in and they'd be like, "Hey, you want to take me on a little vacation?" Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe.
And then they'd have a little couple months on a boat somewhere in the Mediterranean or something, or maybe like a quick trip up through France. Maybe they go to Cornwall and they see, St. Michael's Mount.
Both
if you know what I mean.
St. Michael's Mounts. Oh god.
Yeah, and then they come back and the tale.
Everything's chill here.
Yeah.
Prestige at this convent depended not on piety but on money. And what spiritual life there was often involved hysteria, weeping, exaggerated penance, nosebleeds, and self-induced visions. This is a fun convent. We have jewelry and men and nosebleeds and
yeah. I'm like, wait, how is like the hysteria and the visions?
Maybe they're like overcompensating for like not taking it seriously a lot of the time, so then they just kind of like put on a real show of the like, oh yeah, my experience is more intense than yours kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So like they're like, you're just going through the motions of of speaking in tongues, and
you're not really being pierced by the golden lance. Shut up.
Yeah. I know what it looks like when somebody's being pierced by the golden lance. You are clearly faking it.
Which is what you've said to many girlfriends, I'm sure.
Yeah, like I've seen a lot of ladies pierced with a golden lance.
And I know when someone's faking it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for Teresa, the daily invasion of visitors, many of high social and political rank, disturbed the atmosphere with frivolous concerns and vacuous conversation.
Yeah, she's just like, are we not talking about Jesus?
Oh, you're talking about other golden lances. Well, that's just unacceptable.
Yeah, all this frivolous conversation had to go.
Yeah. So, yeah, she saw this as like an intrusion on the solitude essential to develop and sustain contemplative prayer, and she longed to intervene. So eventually...
So she burned the place down.
Well, in the holiest way possible.
Is she going to do this? Is she going to go full on Jesus? She's going to start flipping over tables like Jesus in the temple with the money changers and just like flipping over tables? And
I couldn't find any stories of flipping over tables, but,
that's too bad.
We did say earlier she wanted to recreate the suffering of Jesus and the life. But
well, that sounds like the most fun thing that Jesus did. I mean, all the accounts of everything that Jesus did.
Not turning water into wine?
I don't know. That sounds like a big... I mean, that's just like a catering job. That sounds like a lot of work, Like, I just feel like going in and just going buck wild on a temple, that sounds great, flipping over tables. I found this super cut on Vimeo of just like scenes from movies of people flipping over tables. It's kind of great to watch.
It made it look really fun. Okay.
It's just like 5 minutes of people flipping over tables and you're like, this is really fun. Including like there was just one section that was just Jesus movies and it's just that scene over and over again, just different people reenacting that scene. It was very funny.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yes. No table flipping that I was aware of. But, the autobiography that she wrote has become like a classic of Spanish literature. So maybe there are episodes in there that you should seek out. I don't know if it translates well in English. Presumably someone's done a good translation by now. Probably. But yeah, so she resolved to found a reformed Carmelite convent, correcting the laxity which she had experienced where she was. And a wealthy friend called Guimara de Ulloa, a woman of wealth, supplied the funds for the project.
Okay. So she's like, I'm going to start my own goddamn convent.
Yeah, basically.
Or God-blessed convent.
Nice. So, yeah, she needed funds to start it up, but one of the sort of major points about it was that there was abject poverty in this new convent.
Wait, then where'd all the money go?
That's a mystery that's never been solved. Clearly there was a laundering kind of front here, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sort of strictness of it caused a scandal among the citizens and authorities of Avila.
Like, you went too far in the other direction.
Yeah.
Like,
this is outrageous.
This is like a war crime now, what you've
Yeah.
done. Like, the other one, that was pretty chill and laid back, but this one is too hardcore. Like,
Yeah.
People are
Basically.
dying.
Well, so the small house the convent with its like small house and its chapel was in peril of being suppressed, I guess, by local authorities.
Uh-huh.
But Teresa built some powerful allies, including the local bishop, and the convent in itself was very well organised.
Oh, okay.
And
So what are you going to do?
obviously
It's like, we would love to shut this down, but
Yeah.
wow, it's immaculate. Like,
our hands are tied here.
Yeah, I mean, look how well, I mean, like the paperwork in this, and then just like the filing. Have you seen the filing
Yeah.
system? It's like color coded, but then also like size code. I don't even know what they did here. It's amazing. Like, I've never seen anything so well organized. How could I shut this? How would I even begin to start to shut this down? Maybe I flip over some of these tables.
Yeah, so she obviously knew how to play the bureaucracy game well enough to avoid it. So in March of 1563, after she'd moved to this new convent house, she received papal sanction for her primary principles of absolute poverty and the renunciation of ownership of property.
Woo, we get to be poor. The Pope says we get to be poor.
Yeah.
He wrote it with his golden pen. That'll make us the most holy people. So says the Pope.
There we go.
Anyways.
We're going to celebrate this with a glass of water.
Is that clean water? Put some dirt in that water.
So yeah, these two principles became like the constitution of her convent.
Okay.
And the plan was to revive the earlier, stricter monastic rules, supplemented by new regulations, including 3 disciplines of ceremonial flagellation every week.
Oh, every week. Oh, thank God. I thought it was going to be like a daily thing. Like thrice a day, morning, noon, and night. And
No, just once a week. If you do it on a Friday, you'll feel great by the weekend, you know?
yeah. That's good. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, you do it Friday, you got the rest of the weekend to recover. And then, or wouldn't you want to do it Monday? I guess no, Monday, and then you got the
Monday's
whole week to
already
get
bad
through.
enough.
Yeah.
And the discalciation of the religious, which means removing of shoes, apparently.
Oh,
So
okay.
no one here was wearing shoes.
Says, hey, the carpets are new. Come on.
Well, no, I guess it would be like, you know, these cold stone floors are new.
They're new. I don't
You've
want
got to
to
just be cold on them.
getting dirt in on them. I honestly, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, 'cause, you know, in Oxford, there's a lot of really old buildings, and they have those little like boot scrapers outside. And it took me a while to figure out what they were. 'Cause they're not a thing in America, but they're like just like a piece of metal that you can scrape your boot on before you go inside. Because at the time the houses were built, you think about like every inch of the street was covered in like
Just mud and
horse shit. Yeah, and like
and probably human shit as well.
and probably also yeah, exactly. And you're just like, Jesus Christ, like, yeah, fucking take your shoes off. It's horrible out there.
Yeah. Although I don't know how it would have been much better inside. Like, that's why scraping your shoes rather than taking them off would have been the sensible approach.
Yeah. Well, I would argue both. You could do both.
Scrape them,
Anyways.
take them off.
Scrape them and take them. That's what I say, folks. That's the Mastodon motto
For life.
for life.
So, for the first 5 years of this convent, Teresa remained in seclusion, mostly engaged in prayer and writing. So she's put down all these rules and then was like, don't talk to me now.
Well, she organized the thing, so she's like, it's all organized. Just guys, just do your own thing. And
This filing system is going to look after itself.
yeah, so
You'll be
that's
fine.
That's why I put so much work into the logistics to begin with, and then now I don't have to deal with it.
It's good conservation of effort, I guess.
It's true. Yeah. So she's like, I set up a convent, a place where people can come and work and be religious together and support each other, I guess. But then she's like, I'm going back to being a hermit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm living out my
My
hermit
childhood
dreams,
hobby, yeah.
but in the middle of a convent.
So, yeah, then in 1567, she received a patent from the Carmelite general, Mr. Rubeo de Ravenna, to establish further houses in the new order. So she's franchising.
Right. So you said like a patent. Like, what did she invent? Like, she invented the toaster.
I guess she invented this new religious order. So,
Right, okay.
But I guess in this context, it just means like a decree, a petition.
Sure.
Yeah, a written order. Anyway, so the process of setting up more orders required many visitations and long journeys across nearly all the provinces of Spain. And she left a record of the arduous project in her Libro de las Fundaciones, Book of Foundation, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, why? But that seems like something she would hate, because didn't she hate meeting people? Like, wasn't that the whole problem with the first convent, that there were so many people coming, and she's just like, why the fuck are all these people? I want to focus on my prayers.
I guess if you meet them, but you're like miserable, then it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Right,
As long as you can
very
spread.
solemn.
It's like they came and they were very happy to be at the convent, and it's just like, no, that's not what we're doing here. But if you can leave the convent and make other people miserable, then that's really the goal. Okay.
Between 1567 and 1571, reformed convents were established at Medina del Campo, Malagon, Valladolid, Toledo, Pastrana, Salamanca, and Alba de Tormes.
Okay.
So
good job.
It's quite, thank you. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 convents in 4 years. It's not bad going. Given how much, admin clearly there was.
She's going gangbusters. Well, you set up the organization once, right? You can just kind of copy that process.
Well, as I said, it's a franchise, right? So it's easier the next few times.
So she's raking it in. She has more poverty and deprivation than anybody, really.
Rolling in it. Well, according to the Catholic Encyclopedia, she braved burning sun, ice, snow, thieves, and rat-infested inns to found more convents. The many elements: sun, ice, snow, thieves, rats.
Yeah.
I love how all the saints that I find have some kind of run-in with some creatures. I feel like that should be a theme. We should always try and find an animal connection somehow.
Well, I mean, you have to think about it like the 16th century is a period before we had driven every species to the verge of extinction, but people had more interactions with animals.
It's a good point.
It's not so much the way that they were living their lives as the way that we have constructed the world we live in.
Yes. Damning indictment of our own.
Indeed. But wait, I was going to say, like, so sun and snow, and this is not the experience I had in my last vacation in Spain. Yeah. I mean, I had a quite nice time. I swam with some tuna.
Nice.
Yeah.
I guess the point is that it was like year-round hard work.
Yeah.
So she was really committed.
Also, where are the snowy parts of Spain? Like the Pyrenees? Like.
Good point. I guess it probably was colder in general then.
Perhaps.
Like, thanks to climate change.
Yeah, again.
Like, in like the Victorian times, the River Thames froze.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of before the Industrial Revolution had made its mark. Now that would never happen, I don't think. Anyway.
So you can swim in the Thames all year round, folks.
Yeah. Filled with poo.
Do not swim in the Thames, folks. It is dangerous.
Dirty.
Here are some other rivers. The East River. Don't swim there either. The LA River has no water in it. These are all rivers you should not swim in.
Makes it hard to swim.
It does.
Anyway, so these obstacles were easy compared to what she faced from her colleagues in the religious life.
Okay.
She was called a restless, disobedient gadabout who's gone around teaching as though she were a professor.
She was also called this bitch again.
Yeah. That's the medieval version of that. Like,
yeah.
A restless gadabout.
Yeah.
When her former convent voted her in as prioress, so clearly she didn't burn bridges with the fun convent. They were like, actually, you've got a point. But then the leader of the Carmelite order excommunicated those nuns for taking her side. Sad. A vicar stationed an officer of the law to keep her out.
Oh, okay.
I don't know of where.
Of the convent?
Maybe that convent. Yeah.
So, wait, but didn't she hate that convent? I'm confused about this.
Yeah.
So she went back to her original convent, and she was like, hey, the new convent's going pretty well. And they were like, well, actually, we like what you're doing with convents. We're tired of talking to interesting people and not whipping ourselves.
We want some of that sweet pain.
Yeah, seems to have worked out well for you.
So, other religious orders opposed her wherever she went, and she often had to enter a town secretly in the middle of the night to avoid causing a riot. So people would wake up and there's just a new convent there in their town.
Do we get invested with nuns again? God damn it! Who was watching the gate?
She was the Banksy of her time. Yeah. She was establishing convents.
In the middle of the night.
Covertly.
Yeah. Wait, so I'm confused. Like, so people were just like, hey, you are just too intense. We need you to take it easier. And they were like, because like all the women in the convents were like, hey, this is our opportunity to not be constantly molested by men.
Yeah.
And then all the men were like, hey, this is just money-making scheme for us, so why are you making things so hard?
Yeah.
So everybody's just pissed off at her because they're like, hey, we're just trying to get through the day, and you're like, hey, let's fucking whip ourselves and be poor and shit, and it's like, that's not how we're trying to live. Okay.
I guess it's like, in a less extreme version, it's like she's battling like the hypocrisy of the establishment.
Sure.
You could say.
That's what I just said.
Sure.
She was like, she's like the true believer. She's like, I was like, yeah, so we're here to worship God, and everybody else is like, oh no, kid, it's a scam. No.
Yeah.
Do that on your own time. This is a business. Anyways.
So after a while, the governing body of the Order of Carmelites, I guess, forbade all further founding of reformed convents. So I guess it would be like, I'm making this law sound very general, but it's actually very specifically targeted at this one person.
Yeah. There's like, we're outlawing reformed convents. I'm looking at you, Teresa.
Yeah. This is about everyone, though. Nobody be reforming convents, please.
Yeah. It's like, hey, we think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's our official position as the church.
And the thing is, a lot of these convents were very rich, so they weren't broke.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good work there. What do you want me to do? Come over and carry you out of your own house on your shoulders? Good joke. I said that.
Thank you. Thank you. I just wanted a bit of recognition for all my hard work.
I appreciate all of your hard work.
Thank you. The general chapter instructed her to go into voluntary retirement. The voluntary is in quote unquote.
Turn in your gun and your badge.
No more reforming for you. Your reforming days are over, kid.
Yeah.
But she obeyed and chose St. Joseph's at Toledo, which I think was one of the convents that she founded.
Right.
But meanwhile, her friends and allies were subjected to further attacks on their efforts.
Oh.
But several years later, her appeals by letter to King Philip II of Spain secured relief. And as a result, in 1579, all the cases were dropped, including from the Spanish Inquisition. I don't know how they got involved, but they clearly weren't happy.
Nobody expects this.
Well, no.
Well, wait, yeah, I was asking, like, when was the Inquisition? Is this parallel with what she was doing, or?
Well, yeah, it was around the time.
But so she got out. She got over on the Spanish. So she was too hardcore, like. Mm-hmm. So wait a minute. So she was too hardcore for the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah,
is what you're telling me.
And
but I'm then hearing. Somehow she managed to get out from to out Inquisition the Inquisition. Like so she managed to the guys who were just like murdering wholesale and running roughshod all over Spain. And she's like, but not me. And they were like, then the king was like, yeah, not this one. And they were like, what? Anyway.
Pretty much. I think that's what happened. So yeah, she was allowed to resume her reforming thanks to this letter writing campaign to the king. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Protest works. I don't know.
Yeah. Write your congressman and or member of parliament.
Yeah. Mainly, I mean, do we have many American listeners?
I don't know.
Oh. You should be keeping an eye on the analytics here.
I was going to tell you, I was going to say this until we were off air, but we just topped 1,000 downloads. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yay.
Anyway.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
By everyone, I mean mom. No, kidding. I haven't told my mom about this. I've probably been, in fact, whenever I tell anyone about this podcast, I'm always suddenly like, did I slag them off at any point in this episode? That's always a worry on my mind now. I'm like, yay, a potential new listener, but a potential ex-friend.
Right.
But yeah, so,
Which is why I don't have a lot of faith in the longevity of your relationship with Danny.
Wow. I'd never slag off Danny.
No,
in
you
a podcast or otherwise.
You're very nice to Danny.
Anyway, an edict from Pope Gregory XIII allowed the appointment of a special provincial for the newer branch of the Carmelite religious, and a royal decree created a protective board for the reform. Okay. So I guess it became more institutionalized.
Yeah, now she's the establishment.
Yeah.
She was the rebel.
She became everything she hated.
Yeah. Now they're going to reform against her.
Oh, God. You reap what you sow, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, this is a bit spoilers. During the last 3 years of her life.
Okay,
we're coming to an end. Yeah. She founded convents at Villanueva de la Jara in northern Andalusia, Palencia, which is different to Valencia, I guess, Soria.
They got real lazy with the naming of the Spanish
We got Valencia, Palencia,
Talencia, Silencia, Malencia, Nalencia. You get it.
Excellent. Burgos and Granada. In total, 17 convents, all but one founded by her, and as many men's monasteries were owed to her reforms over 20 years. So that's quite a big franchise at this point.
Hey, good. She put in the work and she reaped the rewards. I don't know. I don't know.
Making lives miserable all across Spain.
Yeah. So. It's like, can we franchise misery? And that's how Facebook book was born.
Topical. Very good.
Thank you.
Her final illness, because she had a lot of illnesses, right?
Right.
Overtook her on one of her journeys from Burgos to Alba de Tormes, and she died in 1582.
Just like when she was just stabbing herself in the thigh with a screwdriver, it became infected. Like,
yeah. So she died in 1582, and this is a fun fact. Just as Catholic Europe was making the switch from the Julian to the Gregorian calendar, which required the excision of the dates of the 5th to the 14th of October. So she either died just before midnight on the 4th of October or early in the morning of the 15th of October. Which is why her feast day is celebrated today. Well, on the 15th.
Oh, okay.
So, can you imagine, it's very weird. I died the day after the 5th of October, which was in fact the 14th.
The 15th, yeah, it's complicated. But can you also imagine if your birthday was on one of those days? Like if you were born on one of those days, it's like your birthday's been erased from existence.
From history, yeah.
I know. That's so crazy.
I guess it's a bit like people with leap year birthdays.
Yeah. But this is like, I mean, it's, I don't know. I guess it's kind of like changing time zones, but instead of like losing an hour, you lose 2 weeks almost. Yeah.
Crazy.
Strange.
Yeah.
We should get a new calendar, I think. I don't know.
But yeah, so that was a fun fact about her death, I thought, in any case.
That's a funny fact, yeah.
So, yeah, according to the liturgical calendar, it was officially the 15th that she died.
Okay.
And her last words were, "My lord, it is time to move on. Well then, may your will be done. Oh, my lord and my spouse, the hour that I have longed for has come. It is time to meet one another." So, I think she's looking forward to some more Lances.
Yeah, I think she's meeting her spouse. She's getting ready for that honeymoon, if you know what I mean. Hey.
Interesting as well, given that she considered Mary her own mother. This is a bit incestuous, I'd say.
Some people are into
marrying her brother, Jesus.
Upsetting.
But yeah, so that was Teresa, her life.
Good for her.
So, what do you want to know about her relics or her patronages first?
Well, let's start, relics and namesake.
Okay,
yeah.
So she was buried at the Convento de la Anunciación in Alba de Tormes. 9 months after her death, the coffin was opened, naturally.
Yeah, you want to just double check.
Yeah.
Like, she made a lot of enemies, and they're like, I want to make sure she's dead. Let's just double check.
Yeah, only 9 months later, you got to be sure.
I mean, this might be another one of her, like, weird deprivation things. She's like, I'm going to lock myself in a coffin, and I'm not going to eat for 9 months, and then you just open up and she's back out there making everybody's life miserable.
Well, it's not as like it's pretty much not that different from being in bed for a year, right?
Right.
Just,
yeah, exactly.
If anything, more peaceful, maybe.
Sure. I mean, coffin for 9 months, bed for a year,
Potato. Yeah, that's what we're saying. So her body was found to be intact, but her clothes had rotted, so she's a naked corpse.
Okay. She died how she lived. It's weirdly sexual.
Pretty much. Before the body was reinterred, one of her hands was cut off and wrapped in a scarf and sent to a villa. Like, obviously, out of respect.
Yeah, all right. It's like, nobody's going to miss this, right? I'm just going to take one hand. Right hand,
Probably.
Probably just want to get that right hand.
Yeah, no one wants the left. It's cursed, right?
Yeah.
Then someone else cut off the little finger from the hand and kept it until it was taken by the occupying Ottoman Turks, from whom it had to be redeemed with some rings. So I'll swap you these rings for that finger, please.
Oh, I thought you were saying like they had to redeem it, and also the rings that were on the finger were stolen too.
Oh.
So we had to get those back too.
No. Obviously, she would not have been wearing jewelry.
Yeah. I was going to say that was confusing. I was like, why would she have rings on the finger? And then I was like, so somebody stole the hand, and then somebody stole the little finger, and then somebody stole the fingernail, and then
just gets more and more minute. Yeah.
Somebody stole a fingernail clipping. Yeah.
Well, the body was exhumed again on the 25th of November 1585 to be moved to a villa and found to be incorrupt. An arm was removed and left in Alba de Tormes at the nun's request to compensate for losing for the main relic.
Presumably, like the arm that still had a hand on it, right? Because
presumably,
that's kind of bullshit if you just get an arm with no hand.
A stump. You get the stump arm. That's all you're getting. But that would have meant that it was the left hand, which, probably rude.
Yeah, you get the arm, though.
Yeah, true.
I love that this is like, it's incorruptible. So the body is exactly the way it was when we buried it. Let's chop it the fuck up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it gets worse.
Oh, good. I was afraid that was the worst part.
Yeah. So, yeah, the arm was removed to compensate for them losing the main relic, but the rest of the body was reburied at the Discalced Carmelite Chapter House in
The
Ávila.
Discount Carmelite Chapter House? Oh, there's scratch and dent Carmelites there.
The shoeless thing.
Oh,
the
right,
shoeless
right.
thing.
The shoeless.
Yeah. So I don't know what they did with her feet then at that point, but the removal was done without the approval of the Duke of Alba de Tormes. So he brought the body back to there in 1586.
Guys, what are you doing? No, I'm taking this back now.
Yeah, and then Pope Sixtus V stepped in and was like, if anyone tries to remove this again from Alba de Tormes, they'll be excommunicated.
I mean it this time.
Yeah, so they built a bigger tomb and put the body into this new chapel in 1616,
Okay.
which is where it remains to this day, except for the following parts.
Wait, I thought they stopped chopping it up.
Well, apparently not. So, if you want to
things-
see...
Some parts have kind of like, shall we say, drifted away. Like, you know how it is. You put a body in a mausoleum, some bits and pieces are going to slip out every once in a while.
I mean, especially like this is, I think, the worst way to honour her memory, given how much she loved paperwork and cataloguing things and making sure everything was, you know, accounted for.
See, I was going to say, counterpoint, that this is the perfect way to revere her memory because she loved being in pain. And it sounds
True.
like this is like the ultimate, like, yeah, like cut me up, daddy, whatever. Is what she would
Oh
say.
dear. Yes, definitely. Those were her words. Her
Those
most
were her
famous
words.
quote.
That was also her
Cut me
inflection
up,
too.
daddy.
She was like, cut me up, daddy.
So, if you want to see her right foot and part of her upper jaw,
And you know that I do.
well, you, my friend, are going to Rome.
Woohoo!
Whereas somehow her left hand has ended up in Lisbon. Her right hand and her left eye are in Ronda in Spain.
Okay.
Back in Alba de Tormes, they've left her left arm and her heart.
Okay.
So
Wait a minute.
So her left arm did not have the hand on it.
Oh, okay.
So the left hand's in Lisbon, the left arm and the heart are
Oh.
in Alba de Tormes
Okay,
in
okay,
Spain.
okay. Yeah.
One finger is in the church of Our Lady of Loreto in Paris.
Not sure which finger, not sure which hand.
No, just
Okay.
one finger.
Okay.
And another
Could have also been a
finger.
particularly long toe.
You never know. And finally, another finger is in Sanlúcar de Barrameda in Spain.
Okay. So,
So
she's
very
she's
much
all over Europe.
not. She is in pieces at this point. So yeah, very much a revered holy corpse that
Right.
people left well enough alone.
Yeah. So that's what a great way. Again, the best way to honor someone's
people.
memory and
Yeah.
their achievement is to tear them
Chop 'em
apart like feral dogs. I'm impressed by the guys who have the eye because I feel like that would.
Well, I guess if it was incorrupt, it wouldn't be.
That's
it wouldn't be
true.
rotten. It wouldn't be
Yeah.
as like juicy as other
Yeah,
eyes.
I imagine. Well, I don't know. Do you think they keep that in like a jar, or like is it like floating in like formaldehyde, or do you think it's just loose rolling around? Like,
We should go to Ronda and find out
okay, where's Rhonda?
in Spain.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Let's go.
All right,
Want to go
You
see
first.
that left eye?
I do. That's my second favorite left eye after Lisa Left Eye Lopez of TLC.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. So, she have any miracles?
She does not that I
Unlisted
know of,
miracles.
other than the visions and the levitation and
I guess those are
coming
pretty
back to-
miraculous.
yeah.
And I guess she just this is the thing is like she basically did what her dad did is she bought herself a sainthood because the way that he bought a knighthood,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because she just was just like, I built all these things for the church, and they're like,
Yeah.
good work, sainthood.
Although I feel like she probably did just give up inherited wealth. They didn't say, but
Yeah.
given that she had to get her rich friend to fund the first one.
What I'm saying is like in the same way that her father bought a knighthood with money, she bought
Mm-hmm.
a sainthood with convent, right?
Yeah,
Right, like founding all these convents.
yeah, I see. Yeah, good point. But her written contributions, so she did a lot of writing, as I mentioned,
Right.
including her autobiography titled The Life of Teresa of Jesus by
Right.
herself, which I think is a great title because it means she was by herself a lot of the time, but
Right,
also
right.
she wrote that. Her seminal work, The Interior Castle
Right.
and The Way of Perfection were things
Right.
that she wrote, and they're
And then there's also like 10,000 pages of slash fiction. That's just
Yet to be found. I mean, carry on digging around her grave. Might get some relics.
Jesus, St. Peter. The Vatican is suppressing it. And that is the real message we want people to know. The Vatican has secret files of Saint Teresa's.
Oh, God. Not this again.
Jesus, St. Peter,
Matthew, we talked about
fiction
this.
That they will not release to the public because they don't want us to know.
Oh, God. Sorry,
Anyways.
everyone. I didn't mean to trigger that again. He's always going on about the Illuminati. Anyway, let's move on.
Before we get in trouble.
Her works form part of the literary canon of Christian mysticism and Christian meditation practice and continue to attract interest from people both within and outside the Catholic Church. Other associations beyond her writing continue to exert a wide influence. For example, an image of the Immaculate Conception of El Viejo is said to have been sent by her with a brother emigrating to Peru. Oh, okay, so she sent this picture to Peru.
Oh.
And it's now, revered.
It's a big deal in Peru.
Yeah.
You go to Peru, they're going to show it to you. They're going to be like, hey,
well,
our picture
this
is
picture was
Conception.
canonically crowned by Pope John Paul II in 1989, so it is a big deal.
Wait, did you say canonically crowned?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Let's find out. It's a pious institutional act by the Pope in which he bestows an ornamental crown on a Marian, Christological, or Josephian image or statue. So a statue of Mary, Jesus, or Joseph.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they just put crowns on paintings, apparently. That's just a normal religious thing to do.
I love that the Pope has like a little drawer of like toy crowns and he's just like, oh, this one's nice. I'm going to put a crown on this one.
It's like, no, never mind. It's
That's
lost.
all right. What?
No, this is just too obscure and lame a reference.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Have you seen The West?
Sadly, I've seen some of it, yes.
Yeah, so there's this thing where they have like a key ring from and it's got like the presidential seal or something, and that you can only get it in the gift shop of the White House or something.
Right.
And it's like the president or his chief of staff or something just has like a stash of them just to make like certain visitors feel special, but they're actually like there's loads.
Oh.
See, I was drawing an analogy, but the reference is too obscure for it to make sense.
I see. That's all right.
Anyway, but yeah, and then so I think we've talked about this before, the Infant Jesus of Prague, a statue that has its own feast day.
Yes, the patron saint of freedom, which is also a statue.
Yeah, so there's some Catholic tradition holds that she owned that statue in her time.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. And since her death, her reputation has grown, leading to multiple portrayals. So, for example, there's a famous, I think, Bernini painting depicting the Golden Lance episode that apparently, exaggerates the eroticism of it. Yeah. So, yeah, she's become quite like an inspiration for art as well as fiction, and she is of interest to philosophers, theologians, historians, neurologists, and countless ordinary people interested in spirituality and mysticism.
It's fun that she's interested of neurologists. Like they're like,
well,
we found the earliest crazy person.
I feel like we've covered earlier crazy persons.
Yeah, but documented crazy, but like she does like, this is an incredible insight into her particular
the warped
mania.
mind. Yeah, and apparently some academics suggest that
she's still alive somewhere.
Matthew, stop it with these conspiracy theories again.
Sorry.
No, some academics suggest that her sort of spiritual writings were plagiarized by the French philosopher theologian Descartes. Which is interesting because, therefore, I think classic woman of history, some man takes credit for her ideas.
Stupid Descartes. I think you're a dick, therefore you are Descartes.
Descartes.
Yeah, more like Dick. Yeah. You're real Cartesian square Descartes. That's
very good, very good.
That's classic, isn't it? Just a woman does the work and then a man takes the credit.
And
anyways, this podcast is brought to you by Matthew Shadorn alone.
And no one else. Yeah.
That's fucked up. Yeah, I'm stupid Descartes. I knew that guy sucked. I didn't know why. I never trusted him. I never once trusted him, and now I know why. Fuck that dude.
So, yeah. Can you guess her patronages?
Is she the patron of fashion magazines?
She should be.
Is she the patron of pretend hermits? Just fake hermits.
You'd think there would be one, because they should be promoting kids playing hermit.
Yeah, it was like, that's a toy kit you get from Hasbro. It's a little hole you can sit in. And he also comes with like a big old beard you can put on. Like, I'm a hermit. I haven't had a bath in 3 months.
Like a kind of perfume that smells like BO that you can put on.
Exactly. There's like a little plastic, like stale loaf of bread that's like, that's the only food I have. Anyway.
Again, this is all good for our merchandising strategy, I think.
Sure. Get our instant hermit kits, guys. they're going like hotcakes.
Or stale bread cakes.
Yeah. Is she the patron saint of really strict convents?
No. Well, she is the patron of people ridiculed for their piety.
Okay, that's a lot of saints. That's
yeah. But I mean, I feel like it, in this case, is a bit justified, isn't it?
Fair. Yeah. Well, her piety just seemed like she was making her piety everybody else's problem. Is she the patron saint of that?
My piety, your problem.
Yeah, exactly. Is she the patron saint of just kinky stuff?
I feel like the Catholic Church does not have one of those.
No, they really should. Get with the times, Catholic Church.
That's our official message today.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're sex positive over here. You gotta, people want to do what they want to do as consenting adults, whatever. Is she the saint?
Very much not the Catholic message.
So then I'm guessing she's also not the saint of whipping yourself until you come.
Wow. I mean, if she is, it's not mentioned on this list.
Yeah.
Also, I should have said actually, when you said is she the patron saint of fashion magazines, she isn't. But I missed this off. She is the patron of lace makers and lace workers, so there is a fashion connection there.
What is more fashionable than lace?
Working lace or making it? I don't
So
know. Yeah, that's so true. Actually, the height of haute couture.
Yeah, I mean, lace. You can't. You just
underwear though.
Oh, I suppose that's true.
I guess that's. I missed a trick here because that could also be the connection to kinkiness as well.
Yeah. I forgot about lacy draws. All right.
There
you go. So what are her patrons?
But now that's what we're all thinking about. So
we're all thinking about lacy underwear. Thinking about big granny panties. Guys, no, Anna rather. What is Anna? What are her patrons?
So lace makers, lace workers.
Why lace? I guess her dad was in wool, but
wool.
Is lace made out of wool? I guess it
no.
Can be. I guess.
I guess it really scratchy lace underwear.
I feel like you're undoing the delicate work of lace with the scratchiness of wool. But what do I know?
Worst of both worlds. That's what we want. People in need of grace, which is a bit harsh.
Well, yeah. I mean, just like but I mean, like sometimes I've been at meals and they're like, "Do you want to say grace?" And I'm just like, I could use some grace because I don't know what to say here.
Get in touch with Teresa.
Yeah.
Against bodily ills.
All right.
Against sickness.
But she was always very ill and sick.
Yeah. Seems like a bad choice.
She seems like she would not be the one to... She'd be like, have you tried whipping yourself? Well, then I got no idea.
Similarly against headaches. It's like, try not eating for a while.
Yeah. Oh, you have a headache?
Not help.
Why don't you just lay down for a year? Like, I had stuff to do. But...
To be fair, other people often are the cause of a headache. So if you lie down for a year, that might work.
Is this about me? Is this about what I did? I said I was sorry.
You were causing me headaches before that incident, and you know it.
And I'll continue to cause you headaches for years to come. Guys, don't forget to subscribe.
Against the death of parents, which I feel she failed at.
Yeah, her mom died. That's right. Her mom died when she was young. Whatever happened to her dad?
I don't know. Doesn't really say anything further.
Yeah, just fucked off. Did his own life. Got his wool empire.
Didn't have his daughter to worry about, so that's good.
Yeah. I guess maybe, do you think he cut things off with her after she was like, you're going to that party convent? You're no daughter of mine.
Yeah,
and I guess later
and then maybe she'd be like, look, I made it better.
Look, Daddy, I did it. This is classic, just trying to please your parents. Guys, you can only go so far to please your parents, and eventually you're just going to have to move to Britain and start a podcast.
Yeah, it doesn't say she's the patron of parent-pleasing children. She is the patron of World Youth Day.
Okay.
Which is odd because she was not that young when she died.
She was young when she started out. Bit of a savant, what they really... I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
I have no defense of this. When is World Youth Day?
I think it's the 25th of October.
Oh, okay. Maybe I was like, maybe it's the 15th of October.
No, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
But she's not the only patron of World Youth Day.
Oh, okay.
Well, there are 8 others.
Oh, nice.
So she gets an eighth of that patronage. So I feel like she shares a lot of these, to be fair.
That's probably true, yeah.
But there are probably some places that she is patron that are unique to her.
Yeah, she is at least the third patron of people ridiculed for their piety that we've had.
Yeah, for sure. But she's probably the first of Požega in Croatia, Bazzano di Tortona in Italy,
Sure.
the Diocese of Avellaneda Lanús in Argentina, the Diocese of Amos in Canada, Avila in Spain, not surprisingly.
Yeah, that seems like that's a no-brainer. I would almost be insulted if it wasn't. Like if Avila was like, no, we don't.
Yeah,
we don't
want you. Yeah. 40 years after her death in 1622, Teresa was canonized by Pope Gregory XV. At the time, she was considered a candidate for the national patron saint of Spain, but this designation was awarded to St. James the Apostle. Boo.
Boo, St. James. Boo.
She has since become one of the patron saints of Spain.
Well, that's something, I suppose.
Yeah. And not until 27th of September 1970 did Pope Paul VI proclaim Teresa to be the first female doctor of the church in recognition of her centuries-long spiritual legacy and her writing stuff. So
wait, doctor of the so the doctor isn't because of all the medical stuff she helped with? It's because
I think I can't find the reference now, but I think it's like a prestigious like academic thing.
Oh, so
and
she
it's
got
like
an
obviously
honorary
ladies
doctorate.
couldn't be that very often because we're weak and whatever. We're more sinful than men, right?
Yeah.
And just generally not as
It's
good.
a title given by the Catholic Church to saints recognized as having made significant contribution to theology or doctrine through their research, study, or writing.
Yeah, so her contribution wasn't recognized until very recently because
that's bullshit.
Because of patriarchy.
She wrote so much stuff, not even including the erotic stuff they had to suppress. Like. Yeah, well, that's lame. But
she should be the patron saint of like very fetishized fan fiction as well.
Yeah, I think she's the patron saint of a good sexual metaphor, because what is a golden lance piercing your heart, if not the best metaphor for sex that I've ever heard?
Well, I'm glad that I've provided that today.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. I'm going to be using that in all my future bedroom conversations.
Oh Christ. Great. Well, on that note, we moving on.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all their patronage. Well, that's a lot of ground to cover for her. I'm sorry she didn't get to be the patron saint of Spain. I feel like she made. I don't know why she was the patron saint of this place in Croatia that she's never been, or Italy for that matter. It sounds like she didn't really make it out of Spain.
Yeah.
But she was very busy
there. She went around Spain a lot. Yeah. And also, I guess like maybe they were just inspired.
Is Saint Joseph the Apostle even Spanish? I feel like that's a bullshit thing.
Wait, do you mean St. James the Apostle? Yeah.
Yeah, St. James the Apostle. That's what I said, right? Yeah. He would have been from like the Middle East. So it's like he's not Spanish. It's bullshit.
That's true. That is bullshit.
You pick a hometown girl. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell
men
Spain
getting
how
all
to.
The privilege, isn't it?
I know exactly. This is what it is. They just weren't ready to have a female patron saint in Spain.
But maybe next time.
Just like America's not ready for a female president.
Yeah. But this is much more important.
It is rather, I think. So, Anna, do you think that you would ever see a situation where you would need Saint Teresa to intercede for you?
I am frequently ill.
That is also
particularly recently. Yeah. So, kindred spirit there.
So you've been ill a lot recently. Have you been tempted to go to bed for a year?
I mean, always.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard earlier my attitude to sleep and interrupted sleep in particular. So, I think she is a great inspiration to me.
That's good.
Having, I imagine if I am ever feeling like I'm in bits, she'd be an appropriate person.
Hey, that's not cool. She was torn apart.
Yeah, but only after she died. She would have felt it. She died.
So she didn't even get to enjoy that pain. That exquisite pain.
She would have loved it.
Oh, she would have loved it so much. Like, pull my fingers off. Yes.
I don't do like journaling, but I've heard that's a good thing to do for your old mental health. So maybe if I start that, or I need help starting that. Because she wrote her autobiography, so that might work.
Yeah. So when you're ready to undertake your memoirs.
Yeah, she might help. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like she's very religious, so wouldn't really relate. But
yeah, a bit too religious. I don't know, but
maybe I'd go to her for fashion advice.
Yeah, she probably is good. Probably good for that. I mean, that's the thing they left out of the biography is like she was also like just like helping people with fashion. Like that was also really they were, like you're gonna wear your habit like that. I would would think she would be into the way that they were wearing veils
Jewelry
in provocative
and-
ways. Yeah, that
yeah.
should be like accessorized. That's the thing. I'm trying to
This
teach
is
these
bold.
ladies.
Yeah.
Maybe she was like, there's too many accessories. Like the thing about
hurting my
fashion, Coco
eyes.
Chanel always said, before you leave the house, take one thing off, right? You can't over accessorize. You gotta have,
Tasteful. Yeah.
yeah, tasteful. You gotta, don't overdo it. The thing about fashion is it's a subtle thing. As you know me, and I'm an extremely fashion person.
You are.
And, I'm extremely subtle. So I think that, Saint Teresa, she seemed like a very serious person, and she was into making things very serious.
Oh, are you bringing this back to that nerdy podcast you were on?
But no.
Is it taking things very seriously, like your dorkdom? Was that what it was called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dork
I
Force.
thought that's how you were going to
No,
be segueing.
what I was
into
going to
that.
say is I don't think I think people think I don't take things very seriously.
Oh, okay.
And often I don't.
I have the opposite impression of you, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I don't take anything seriously. And so I think, but
Especially our friendship.
yeah. No, I think that if I needed to take things more seriously, like if I was in a situation where I was like, I should probably take this more seriously, I'd be like, Saint Teresa, can you help me be
She's got my back.
more serious and more organized? Good to have around tax time.
If I need help with my paperwork.
Yeah, I could use her. I got to renew my visa soon. Maybe ask for Saint Teresa's help with that.
Yeah, definitely.
know.
Did you pray to anyone when you lost your resident card?
Oh no, I wasn't sure who to pray to for that. Do we know have a patron saint of residence cards?
Well, I think there's a patron. I think St. Anthony is traditionally the patron of lost things.
Ah, should have done that.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Missed a trick there.
never mind. Yeah, I've been to Spain. It's nice. So good for what she's done with Spain. Nice for her. Been to Toledo. It's very nice as well.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Did you see any good comments there?
No, I didn't.
What about fingers?
Oh,
Relics.
actually the thing I remember about Toledo is that we got there at like noon, and then we stayed in the room until the sun went down because it was fucking hot.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
This is why you're skeptical about the snow in that story.
That was why I was like, no, that doesn't add up. All right. Well, thank you so much, Anna, for telling me the tale of Saint Teresa and all the really annoying things that she did to make people miserable for God.
You're so welcome.
And again, I apologize for yelling in your ear before we started recording.
I forgive you
Oh,
because we are saintly here.
Oh, you're so good. So, all right. Well, take care, Anna.
You too. Have a blessed day.
Bye.